even on. My mic wasn't even on. Okay, what's good? Give me 1 second, chat. Let me go ahead and set up everything real quick. All right. Yeah, I do know that Sadat posted a video. I was gonna check it out. No. Oh yeah, and we gotta check out podcast now. But yeah, chat. So how y'all doing this morning? And after I do want to check out however you pronounce his name. I want to check out Parasiprio's video for the DLC too. Which, by the way, turns out that DLC might not end up happening. I don't know. Whoa. I don't know if y'all heard that, but like the DLC might not end up happening. Give me a second. Marvel Spider-Man 2 DLC. It's not gonna end up happening because I think last night Insomniac said that it probably won't end up happening, and they said we have nothing to announce. So I'm like, but the Carnage DLC, bro. I'm like, you got the Carnage DLC, and you have like, yeah, like so much stuff that you could do, but like you didn't do it. That's my only issue with that. All right, we're gonna check out the last video. I'm actually gonna do a live reaction to this, so just in case. All right, so let's see. So we got new Spider-Man 2 update confirmed at something. Okay, so yeah, we know where this is going.
A new update from Marvel Spider-Man 2 is coming to your PS5 consoles. Sorry, PC players, maybe next year. And Insomniac also gave us some encouraging information about the Spider-Man 2 story DLC.
Right.
What it do, Direct Nation? I'm back with Super News Bits to give you the latest superhero news in 3 minutes or less because I respect your time if you subscribe. So if this video was helpful, hit the like button so it reaches more people, but if it wasn't for you, change it to a dislike. Insomniac might be all hands on deck for Marvel's Wolverine, but that doesn't
Yo, Spider-Man, what's going on? So no DLC for Spider-Man 2. That's crazy. What's up? Hold on. Let's see. So can you all port these PS3 games? So yeah, it will be dope. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're working on Wolverine. Yeah, they're working
the
on
team
Wolverine.
Still supporting last year's big hit, Spider-Man 2. Since the game launched in October to almost universal praise, besides the usual crowd who are professionally outraged, woke, Insomniac has released several free updates to the game, starting with the promised New Game Plus, which turned out to be an even bigger update than they promised, but was nonetheless delayed to 2024 due to the devastating cyber attack. The most recent was a free cosmetic-focused DLC that brought in new suits as part of the Kid Super collaboration, along with some returning fan favorite suits from the previous games with amazing style variations for photo mode enjoyers to play with. In between, they've also done smaller updates to address bug fixes and make quality of life improvements. Well, if you thought they were done with the game and moving fully to Wolverine, you're in for a pleasant surprise. Insomniac confirmed there would be a new update coming to the game aimed partially at
Wait. This is actually interesting. Hold on. I never had this glitch, so like, does anybody know what this is? Because like, I haven't had this before.
addressing some player feedback, and fixing technical issues, such as a bug related to the Tobey Maguire suit. Since it's a day ending in Y, Insomniac was also asked about new DLC. Fans have been waiting for story DLC to be announced since before launch, due mainly to the fact Spider-Man PS4 released with the 3-part City That Never Sleeps DLC. This anticipation grew even more after the cyber attack confirmed Insomniac's plans to continue support for Spider-Man 2 with post-launch story updates, and an accidental leak from Insomniac's own New Game Plus update further confirmed work had been done to add a new story expansion.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, we all saw that. There will be no DLC. I don't know. It's probably not going to be a DLC. Because, like, the thing is with the DLC, like, I mean, they leaked the debug menu, you know, like, from the debug menu, it kind of goes against that. Because, like, I tried the debug menu, believe it or not, I tried the debug menu. I didn't go deep into the debug menu. But, I did see this. I don't know.
Update further confirmed work had been done to add a new story expansion featuring the villain Beetle. In a previous video, I reported on the fact Insomniac has kept hope alive for there being story DLC by not denying they were still working on it.
Yeah. What I think is gonna happen is Miles is gonna get another mini game, and Beetle is gonna be the main villain, and then Carnage is gonna be for Venom. I don't know how they would. Well, they could do. Well, they could do the Venom game. I honestly could see Carnage showing up in the DLC, and after that he gets set up for a Venom game, because like Carnage wouldn't be dead. Insomniac. Patches for the update. The game is confirmed. Well, I mean, based on like, I can't really say what I saw, even though like I know what I saw. But like, seeing as that it is confirmed, if it is confirmed, because like the thing is like I'm not gonna say like it is confirmed, but like that little section or like that little time where you have to play as Venom, I do believe that confirms that. See, look, here's my thing for this. I feel like they're working on a comic for Carnage. I think this is what they're doing. Yeah, I think they're working on like a comic for Carnage because like they like to do their own thing with their own comics. So like this is what I think. I think they're working on a Carnage comic before the DLC happens, because all the suits that you guys see him in the Heist DLC, he got all of those. I believe, yeah, they're, wait, hold on a minute. Let me go, hold on a second. Let me go back one real quick, because I think, yeah, yeah. These are all suits that he got from the DLC from the first game. So yeah, these are all comic covers. So if that's the case, they need to get comic book covers for this.
Released with the 3-part City That Never Sleeps DLC. This anticipation grew even more after the cyber attack confirmed Insomniac's plans to continue support for Spider-Man 2 with post-launch story updates, and an accidental leak from Insomniac's own New Game Plus update further confirmed work had been done to add a new story expansion featuring the villain Beetle. In a previous video, I reported on the fact Insomniac has kept hope alive for there being story DLC by not denying they were still working on it. Officially, when Insomniac has a major update but can't share details yet, they will give some variation of "we have nothing new to announce at this time." They've done that in response to questions about updates that have.
We have any. Chat, what do y'all think about this question? Chat, what do y'all think about this? No. Why is that all up? But chat, what do y'all think about that?
Have eventually come to the game and did the same when asked about story DLC. Insomniac was asked recently, once again, and their response has remained the same. So until they give us a firm no, like they did in response to questions and comments about Eddie Brock being Venom in the base game, we can assume the story DLC will be announced when they're good and ready, which could be soon. In addition to the reported Sony showcase happening next month, featuring the official reveal of the PS.
That could be the perfect place. I don't know if y'all saw this, but I think we're going to get our first, I think we're going to get another look at Wolverine. Like, I think we're gonna get another look at
Could be
Wolverine. 'Cause,
soon.
like,
In
if you look
addition
at it
to
from
the
like this
reported
angle,
Sony
right?
showcase happening next month,
Pause. Chat, I honestly think this could be where we're gonna see some Wolverine. This could be the place where we could see some Marvel's Wolverine, or at least like our next look at it, or at least like get another look at it, because like it's been almost like going on 4 years. So like I could see us getting something.
featuring the official reveal of the PS5 Pro, superhero game fans have their eyes on a massive Disney showcase returning this week that featured 5 Marvel game trailers the last time it happened. Click the video on screen to learn more.
No, not again. So what do y'all think about that? I got you. Got you. I do have another video that I want to check out too. Let me think. What's another one that I want to check out? Oh yeah. We got podcast. We got a podcast video. We got podcast now's videos. We're gonna be. Oh wow. Will Wolverine or Spider-Man 2 be shown at D23? I don't stream D23. The last one I streamed, well, there's only like 2 games I'm excited for D23. Possibly, well, the only one I'm actually excited for is probably Marvel Rise of Hydra.
Podcast now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about some PlayStation games at D23. Will they happen? A few days ago, I talked about 5 games that I think, could potentially happen at D23. They ranged. You got the Kingdom Hearts of the world, Indiana Jones of the world, right? Fortnite, all different levels of possibility, right? Honestly, I'm not expecting too much. There's been talk that gaming is going to be a really big part of D23. I'll take it. If you can give me 2, 3, 4 Disney-inspired, Fuse kind of game, oh my God, I'm all for that, right? However, I'm kind of keeping my expectations low.
Oh, by the way, Ratty, I don't know if you're still here, but there was another one. There was one there. I was hard to say, but like I was in Rift Stream yesterday, and there was I forgot, it was something about Arkham Batman that scales.
Something,
or at least I think, yeah, because there was something about Arkham Batman or about how to fix Suicide Squad's issue.
Big. I'll be pleasantly surprised, right? So, in that video, we went through a couple games. There were some superhero games. I actually think Rise of Hydra is one of the more likely, possibilities to be at D23. So I want to talk about Wolverine, and I want to talk about that rumored, not rumored, Spider-Man 2 DLC, right? Do they have any chance? Now, there's other superhero games, the Iron Man game, right? Black Panther. There's actually more than just, even the first video and now this video. Again, I don't think you're going to get too many of them. But let me just make a pitch, right? Let me just throw it out there for Wolverine and Spider-Man. Because while I don't think these two are going to be there, okay? Let me just say that like early on. I don't think Spider-Man 2 DLC exists at all. And then Wolverine, I just don't think is going to be a D23, okay? That's my opinion. That's my prediction. But if I was going to play devil's advocate against myself and say, well, could it be there? It could. It absolutely could. So the thing that I would think of is let's just go against the belief or the want for a PlayStation showcase. That's the best way I think you get Wolverine specifically, because again, I don't really think Spider-Man 2 DLC is coming, but if you're not getting a PlayStation showcase, it opens up everything around it, right? Like you have Hideo Kojima going probably with Death Stranding 2 to Tokyo Game Show at the end of September. Again, if you're playing devil's advocate, you're thinking, all right, if you don't do a showcase, you got to show off the Lego Horizons. You got to show off Astrobot because it's still in the same month it comes out. Yeah, you can put Astrobot in Tokyo to do that game show, right? You can do all that stuff. Death Stranding 2, that comes out next fall probably, right? So we want to show it, but we don't have a showcase. Let's give it the Tokyo Game Show. We've had this actually happen with like the Jeff Keighley events, right? Where it's like, do they even hold back for some stupid reason with their own state of plays, with their own showcases, to then just give stuff to Jeff Keighley, right? And we just got that with Summer Game Fest. So I think it is possible, like that line of thinking, where even if there is a showcase, they might purposely not show something there to just show it somewhere else weakening their own event, right? Which is why it's why I like just have like a dumbfounded, stupid face on. But it's like, yeah, because I can't actually believe that they would do something like that. But honestly, they've done it quite often. Quite often, they will hold back seemingly, and because we don't actually know, right? But it seems like they hold back and they just give it to somebody else to do it. And you think of D23, you think of Gamescom, you think of Tokyo Game Show. These are all within month and a half range of when a potential PlayStation Showcase would happen or not happen. Even if it doesn't happen, Tokyo Game Show, it's kind of like their grand return to Tokyo Game Show, right? Like, you could do stuff. And then, okay, so that's part one. They could do stuff. If you don't have a showcase, you can hand it out to other things. All right, well, why D23? Disney. You just tie in the Marvel brand. You got to think, right? And the thing is, Disney is ambiguous. Like, we do know of Epic Mickey. That game specifically is going to D23. Now, that is literally Mickey Mouse, right? Disney, all that stuff. But you can have Marvel things, and it's why I think, to my first video, the video a few days ago, I think Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, I think that makes a lot of sense. It's a game that's somewhat close. We haven't seen a lot. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, like, didn't they announce it at D23 a few years back? That could be wrong, but maybe it's also correct. Or, like, the first time they showed it off. So, like, it is possible. A game under, like, the Marvel brand, Wolverine, Spider-Man. And then, okay, so there's part two, right? It's got the Marvel connection. So you're immediately qualified. Doesn't mean you have to go, but you're qualified. And you might be looking for a potential showcase opportunity for these games, for, like, a Wolverine, right? I guess the third and final point is looking at, like, the proximity of when these games would come out. Wolverine, like, I know we go back and forth of, like, 2025, 2026, but it's still within, well, it depends on how long your reach is, but it's still relatively within reach, and I mean, we've seen games that are coming out further out than it. We've seen games being shown off. We have so much of the leak stuff for Wolverine, and I mean, it is technically official, but without being, directly coming from them. But we haven't gotten what they want us to see, their trailers, their gameplay. So I think there's always an opportunity, right? So Wolverine, that's probably where things start to break apart, right? Like, Wolverine's something that you do want to see, but then you start to wonder is it too far away? If it doesn't come out next fall, is it out of reach, right? Like, is it something that you wouldn't show until maybe next year because it comes out in 2026? Okay, now if you do throw in the supposed maybe not Spider-Man 2 DLC, that one I'd hear you out on. You know what I mean? Because that one, the longer we go, it's got to show up. It's got to show up eventually in these next couple events. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. And I'm going to be very, very strong on that. Again, I don't really think it does in the first place, but if we go through August with Gamescom and D23, two opportunities to do it, by the way. We go into September. If it's not at a showcase, if they have one, and it's also not a Tokyo Game Show, which might not be the best place for it, but still it's an event that Sony's going to have a really big part of.
Yeah.
Well, when are they going to announce it? Is this DLC coming out a year and a half, 2 years after the game? Well, now it's close to Wolverine. Now it's close to Venom. Now it's close to they're working on Spider-Man 3. They were rushed to do Spider-Man 2 anyway, so, like, do you really think they're doing it in the first place? I mean, we've talked about this before, right? But I would say for that one, okay, I would hear you out in terms of, like, proximity, because if it does release soon, you got to show it off. D23 would make a pretty good, place to show off Spider-Man 2 DLC. At the same time, you have all the other stuff. So there you go. I'm really interested. Like, I'm really excited to see what they do at D23. My expectations, I know I've talked about a lot of games at this, 7 basically, right? Maybe even 8 games that are potentials. But I got to be real. Like, my expectations are so low. My expectations are right now, Epic Mickey, which is confirmed. You can't be disappointed on that. Yep. Epic Mickey and, like, Fortnite, which Fortnite would be a big deal for a lot of people, just not me. That's my, like, floor, and that's, like, where I'm at right now. If they show a Kingdom Hearts, God bless them. If they show Indiana Jones, if they show Star Wars Outlaws, if they show one of these Marvel games, that would be pretty sweet. I guess depending on which ones you're actually talking about, but that would be great. I'm not expecting.
Make sure let
me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.
All right, that was pretty good. I can see that happening. Chat, what do y'all think? But in the meantime, though, I'm going to play some Valorant. I want to share stream for a sec. Let me share my stream, and then we're gonna play, and after that I'm gonna play some ball. Wait, CBK dropped the video? DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2 is not. All right, well, all right, Keenan.
Well, you guys, there's been
Hold up. First of all, before we go into this is the first. Well, this technically isn't the first time I've ever seen Keenan actually do a face reveal. But bro, I'm not gonna lie. My boy got drip. Anyways, let's keep
ton
going.
of talk about the Marvel Spider-Man 2 DLC that may or may not be happening due to a brand new tweet that Insomniac dropped yesterday. We're going to talk all about it. Before I jump into today's video, I just want to say, hey, I'm CBK. If you're brand new to my channel and enjoy Marvel Games content, definitely hit that subscribe button to keep up with
Yeah, to bring out
all
the
of
face
my
cam for
future
this.
videos. So yesterday, Insomniac Games decided to reply to a tweet in which somebody asked them about an update on DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Right.
And they said, we don't have anything new to announce. Now, of course, a lot of people took this as, there's no DLC. There's no DLC to announce. A lot of people have been tweeting out that DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2 has been canceled, which is just wild to even say because Insomniac Games never actually confirmed that they were making DLC, so if they never made DLC...
Wait a second. Wait. He's on to something. Hold on a second. Rewind that. Hold up. Rewind. He's on to something.
content, definitely hit that subscribe button to keep up with all.
Hold up, chat. Let me go ahead and turn the audio up. He's on to something. He's on to something. Hold on. He's on to something. They never flat out said there wasn't. They didn't go out and say
Jump into
no.
today's video. I just want to say, hey, I'm CBK. If you're brand new to my channel and enjoy
what's going
Marvel
on
Games
with
content, definitely hit that subscribe button to keep up
Little
with
boy.
all of my future videos. So yesterday, Insomniac Games decided to reply to a tweet in which somebody asked them about an update on DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2. And they said, we don't have anything new to announce. Now,
Okay.
of course, a lot of people took this as, there's no DLC. There's no DLC to announce. A lot of people have been tweeting out that DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2 has been canceled, which is just wild to even say because Insomniac Games never actually confirmed that they were making DLC, so if they never made DLC, what is there to cancel? I know there's been a ton of
That makes sense. They didn't say, okay, he's on to something with that. He's on to something. Keenan, keep talking. You know, I'm over here, you know. Yeah, Keenan, you have a good point, because, like, I'm not even going to lie, because, like, whenever I saw that tweet last night, chat, I'm not even going to lie. Whenever I saw that tweet, because, like, I saw that tweet last night, and I was like, okay, so, I don't even know what to say.
of rumors and speculation out there, but as far as we know, nothing has been confirmed from Insomniac's side, so there's nothing
Right.
for them to actually cancel, and that's why I don't really see any point in all of the outrage for there not being DLC. It's not like they promised anything to us and then didn't deliver. It's also important to keep in mind that Insomniac Games did suffer that horrific ransomware attack back in December, so maybe there were plans for DLC and it had to be delayed. But again, that's just all speculation. I just think it's important for us to all keep in mind that this is nothing that Insomniac Games did actually promise to us. Now, I think it's fair for us to speculate. I've done it a ton on this channel, and I still hold out hope that there is going to be DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2,
Same.
mostly because there were a ton of loose threads in the base game.
Ever tried the Infinite Swirl? Have you tried Mountain Dew Infinite Swirl? It's pineapple. I've tried it. I love it.
for Marvel Spider-Man 2 that were set up in a lot of side missions, I believe. And I think that those threads could easily be tied up in a DLC because some of them are
That's
kind
sweet,
of
right?
smaller
Nice.
storylines that I feel like don't necessarily need to be
Most ones I get
explored
from my Walmart
in
though.
the third Marvel Spider-Man game 5 years from now. I feel
Yeah.
like a DLC would better serve those smaller storylines that they could tie up. But a lot of people are taking this tweet as the end. Like, we've lost. We're not getting that DLC. And I think it's fair to kind of assume that. I don't blame anyone for being disappointed by that tweet, but I don't necessarily completely read it as there's not going to be any DLC. I just kind of read it as, at this time, there's nothing new for us to announce. Like, nothing's ready to.
I was just about to say that too. I was just about to say that. So if there's a case, then if they're all hands on deck for Wolverine, that means that the DLC's already done and they're just waiting for they're just waiting for their perfect time to actually drop the news. They're waiting. Because if that's the case, then because like chat, even though like I know you guys, even though like keep in mind, you guys remember last year like we were hoping for something like every single probably like month or so, and like we were just like okay, they need to drop something, they need to drop something, they need to drop something. They're dropping it by themselves because like they're waiting for the time, like they're waiting for the right time to say, okay, here you guys go. What about a new Deadpool game? I would love a new Deadpool game, but I would want them to. But if they are gonna do the Deadpool game, if they do cook a Deadpool game, I would like him to be set up for a DLC for Wolverine, so we could possibly have him going after Ajax or whoever. But sadly, though, I really don't want to get into that because there's certain things that I really can't say because I have a theory about the whole entire Deadpool DLC, but that's just me. And that Deadpool DLC could go something like, if you guys know, if hold on a minute, even though I really shouldn't show, but if you guys remember from Deadpool 1, like the first Deadpool movie, like whenever he was going after Ajax, I have a crazy theory for this. Like I have a crazy theory for this because like they could honestly do this if they wanted to. They could have, and if they wanted to, like say like we're playing as Logan or whatever, right? And then we happen to see, you know, probably like a trailer that, or like we see, or like we hear somebody say, or like we hear Gene say, hey, there's someone in a red suit, and Logan will be like, there's someone with swords and a red suit with some guns, and he's gonna say there's a guy, and then Gene, well, it can go something like that, or else Gene could probably, or else like, you know, one, or at least someone could say there is something of I'm trying to think, or they could wait, hold up, or at least, you know, probably, you know, there's maybe something on the news or something like that, and probably Logan and whoever looks over the news and they look at it and they say there is a person with swords, guns, and after that you just hear after you hear Logan say, and a red suit, Deadpool. And you get something like this, like, and after you just flash over to Deadpool or whatever, like you flash over to him or whatever, and you just see, and after you just see Ajax just there, and you just walk over there seeing like a whole bunch of dead bodies and stuff just around. There's like, what happened here? And after you go up, and after you see Deadpool just over there, just doing his, just doing his thing with Ajax.
Hush falls over the crowd as rookie sensation Wade W. Wilson out of Regina, Saskatchewan lines up the shot.
And like then after that, we're just seeing Deadpool, and after we just see Wolverine just walk up behind him, and he's like, okay, so explain what's going on. He's like, You see, he was already did that. Right? We just get a scene where he's like, you know that guy that, and you know that guy that was hanging out like, in the first movie, like that guy that was just chilling, like the one that he killed and then just fell down. He's gonna be like, okay, so yeah, these guys were already gone whenever I got here. But anyways, back to Keenan's video.
Smaller storylines that they could tie up. But a lot of people are taking this tweet as the end. Like, we've lost. We're not getting that DLC. And I think it's fair to kind of assume that. I don't.
Oh, and chat, by the way, when we do get something for Deadpool and Wolverine, I mean not for Deadpool and Wolverine, for Wolverine, or at least something, just expect a certain scene from Deadpool and Wolverine to pop up.
Blame anyone for being disappointed by that tweet, but I don't necessarily completely read it as there's not going to be any DLC. I just kind of read it as, at this time, there's nothing new for us to announce. Like, nothing's ready to announce. I feel like if there was not going to be any DLC, I feel like Insomniac Games would be pretty transparent with us on that and just tell us at this time there are no plans for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 DLC. Perhaps instead they would say, right now our focus is on Marvel's Wolverine, and we're hard at work on Marvel's Wolverine. But because they are not addressing it in that manner, I'm still going to hold out a little sliver of hope for that DLC. Now, I do have to say, my hope is small for it. I'm not completely letting it go, but right now my hype is all focused on Marvel's Wolverine because that is the project that we know is confirmed and is being worked on. That one we know for certain is being worked on right now, and that's worth getting
Plus, they did say that they had all hands on deck for Wolverine.
Hyped about.
So that means that the team from, at least this is what I think. So it seems like the team that made Miles Morales is probably getting a lot of help from the Marvel Spider-Man team, because they're split through two teams. So they have two different teams, two different directors. Because you have Brian, well, they're both named Brian. But like you have Intihar who's in charge of the Spider-Man team, and you have Horton that was and then you have Brian Horton who's working on who worked on Wolverine, who's working on Wolverine, and who also worked on Miles Morales. So you have two teams. So probably, and on top of that, some of the people that were working on Spider-Man 2 are also working on Wolverine. So it's so at that point, everybody from that other team. So at that point, everybody possibly, not a lot of people, but chances are some of the people from the Spider-Man team are working on Wolverine. And after that, they were like, okay, yeah, we need a lot of help. So the whole entire studio was just like, yeah, we're all gonna need to work on Wolverine. Honestly, because now that I'm really thinking about it, that makes sense. Because now that makes sense because I did make, and I'm pretty sure you guys already saw this video, but there was something, and yes, I'm actually gonna say this. Insomniac is pretty much, and trust me, even though I really don't want to compare them, by the looks of it, there was something that makes me think that this is kind of like their Last of Us, or like their Last of Us 2. Like Wolverine is their Last of Us 2. So in a way, that's the reason why I would say Spider-Man 2 is pretty much Marvel Spider-Man 2 is their Uncharted Lost Legacy. And Wolverine is their Last of Us 2. But it's like the inverse. So it's like the inverse of that because in the Last of Us Grounded 2 documentary, I think I forgot who it was that said this. But she said, I forgot who it was, but I do know it was a dev. She said that the whole entire studio ended up working on Uncharted. Ended up working on Uncharted 4 because it was coming down to the wire. So that means that both teams are probably working on Wolverine at this point. Because I think this is the first time that they actually wanted two teams. Because I think right after Miles, I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if this is the case because this is a theory. But I think right after Miles, they were like, okay, so we need to have two teams. or like somewhere like right after Miles, or somewhere between like Miles Morales, or like right after Miles Morales, or somewhere between like after Miles Morales was done and after they started working on Spider-Man 2. They were like, yeah, we need to have 2 teams because like we need one for Marvel's Wolverine and we need one for Spider-Man 2. So at that point, probably like between the development of that, so probably somewhere between while they were making Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, well, at least like between, what I'm saying is like after Miles Morales and right after and somewhere between Miles Morales and Marvel Spider-Man 2, they were like, okay, 2 teams. You would have Brian Horn's team working on Wolverine. You have Intahar's team working on Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Marvel Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man 3. So you have both those teams. And my guess is that with Wolverine, they're like, okay, so yeah, we are currently focused on working on Wolverine. So that means that some of the people from the Spider-Man 2 team had to be working over with the Wolverine team. Or the whole entire studio is just working on Wolverine. Just saying.
Right now, and that's worth getting hyped about. But if there is no DLC,
Right.
It's very possible that they could be working on a Venom game as well. I've mentioned it time and time again before on my channel that it's very possible we could get a smaller scaled Venom game in between the releases of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Marvel's Spider-Man 3, kind of like how they did with Spider-Man Miles Morales. It could be very possible that they're working on that. We do know that Carnage was set up in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and I don't see Carnage being a major player in Marvel's Spider-Man 3. I think that game should really be focused on Green Goblin and, of course, the return of Doc Ock. So I don't think throwing Carnage into that game makes a lot of sense, but it definitely makes sense for a Venom game. So that's also a possibility. Maybe they're not working on DLC, but they're working on a Venom game, which I'd have to say I'd prefer that over DLC. But I just want to say, for me, all hope is not lost for this DLC. I don't think that this is any way confirmation that they're not working on a DLC. I can see why people read it that way, but for me, I feel like Insomniac Games would be pretty transparent with us about a DLC and say that they have no plans to work on one as of right now. I think they would definitely be like, hey, we're just working on Marvel's Wolverine, and that's what we're focused on. That way, it would just kind of put to rest all of those rumors and speculating, and it would probably deter people from constantly asking them for an update on DLC in their replies, which I'm sure is pretty annoying to have to see constantly. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the latest news revolving around the DLC stuff. I see a lot of people talking about it, people asking for my opinion on it, and that's just kind of where I stand at this point in time. Evan Flarka actually dropped a really cool video talking about DLC recently. I think you should definitely check it out. He shares a lot of the same opinions that I do as well, so definitely go check out his channel if you want another DLC video. But that's going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I will catch you guys on my next Marvel Games related video.
Yeah. Alright, also. Hold on, let me leave a comment real quick. Hold on. Chat, if y'all know me, I like to comment on Keenan's videos, bro. Keenan drops some bangers every single day. Or every single time. They might really do. By the way, chat, that could actually be a good idea, actually. Was there any other videos about the DLC or no? Or did Evan drop the video? I saw Cabooses last night. I'm sorry, what is this? Someone's modding the game like crazy. Someone's been modding the game like crazy, bruh. Okay. And then after that, like, I think, and after that chat, I really do want to check out Dom's video. I do want to check out Dom the Bomb's video today. It's about Last of Us. We're gonna be checking that out. Like, there's really not much for me to play. I do want to play Days Gone once I actually do have the time to play. Once I do have the time to stream Days Gone. Wow, that was loud. Give me 1 second. This froze. I'm gonna choose me. Chat, I'm gonna choose myself. Yeah, that's right, chat. I chose myself. Oh, the Marvel Rivals trailer dropped too. Okay. Bro, what? Didn't I just lock myself though? I didn't even swap here. Oh yeah, I got. I didn't even log in. I don't want to play this character. Maybe look OP though.
Shutting them down.
Bro, I do not like the fact that I'm crouching.
Sit still.
Run, little man.
10 seconds until stage change.
Mosh pit.
Stage 2. Ultimate orb spawn. Stage change.
Gotcha.
Stage 3.
I'll take it.
Suppressive.
Taken down.
Flash.
Drained you.
Got four.
Stim beacon here.
Blow him up, Mosh.
Ultimate orb spawning.
Reloading.
My health ready.
Launching smoke.
3 souls.
New stage in 10.
Crash is ready.
Final stage.
Got four.
Hi! I'm pissed! Disappoint me.
Put down. It's all you, little homie. Thrash got him. Somebody's there. Fortnite.
Fire's out.
Charge your ults.
Fire's out. My ult's not ready. Stim beacon here. Reloaded. My ult's ready. Open up the sky. Throwing smoke.
Come on, let's go.
Molly.
Charge your ults.
Not ready yet.
You're out. You're done. Scoot with it. Finished. Got him.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Dizzy's up top. Someone's there.
Oh, you ain't coming back.
You are divided!
My ult's ready. 15 kills remaining. Ultimate ult scoring.
Hi! I'm pissed!
Stim beacon down.
He has targets.
10 kills remaining.
Come on, let's go.
What's
All right. Get out of here.
5 kills remaining. 1 minute left.
Right, literally press R1 for the.
Molly?
Chad, I'm tired of shit right now. And I really, really do want to go ahead and record the hold on a second. Marvel Rivals dropped their video. No one rivals Doom. Oh, they had Dr. Doom. But for now, I'm tired, chat. I'm not even gonna lie. I really want to go ahead and cook up that video. So, yeah. See you guys then. Peace.